Hi, so let me ask you a question. Do you know someone who's currently going through a cancer journey or someone who's had it in the past? Truth is, cancer is so much more closer to home nowadays. So globally, it's the second leading cause of death. And in Zimbabwe, where I'm from, it's the leading cause of death, according to the Zimbabwe National Cancer Registry, even above HIV and AIDS. It's World Cancer Day on 4 February. So in today's video, I'm going to be sharing some easy health tips for reducing cancer risk. Awareness saves lives. I recently qualified as a cancer exercise specialist with the Cancer Exercise Training Institute. So I'll be sharing some exercise tips, healthy eating tips, and other holistic health methods you might not have thought of before. Guys, I've never shared my personal story when it comes to cancer on video on my fitness channel. So today I finally feel ready, although a little bit emotional, to open up and start sharing that with you. I really think that I need to do a separate video where I go more into that, particularly for those of you who've been through trauma or losing a parent or losing someone really close to you, and how to handle and move through that pain. So I will, but in today's video, I'm just going to focus on the exercise and health tips for reducing cancer risk. So here goes. And if you've never visited my channel before, welcome. My name is T of Fitness to a T. And for those of you who are coming back again, welcome. Happy to have you here again. So to go briefly into my personal story, I lost my mum, Elizabeth Chanakira, in 2010 in Zimbabwe to cancer. And in 2011, I started the Elizabeth Chanakira Cancer Trust. So the trust assists marginalized cancer patients and their families in Zimbabwe with treatment, school fees for their children, food hampers, and more recently, we've gone more into community outreach. So educating communities on cancer awareness, also helping, for example, Chitando Rural Hospital last year with donating medical supplies and equipment and things that the community would need, like canes for the elderly, medications, and so forth. So I've really found so much healing from the Elizabeth Chanakira Cancer Trust, and that's how it also ties into my personal story. My mother, Elizabeth, was diagnosed with breast cancer 3 times. From the first time that she told me that she had cancer, I think I really didn't know how to handle that pain. It was overwhelming for me. Sorry guys, I'm getting a bit emotional, but yeah, I felt like it was time to share this. But it was really overwhelming, and that pain, I just didn't know how to handle it. I expressed it in different ways, and I'll go into that more when I do a longer video about trauma and how to handle pain. I really have handled it or learned to manage it over the years through health, and that's why I'm so passionate about health and fitness as well. And my mom's journey is definitely one of the reasons, the whys, that keeps me going as a fitness coach. But yeah, I think I have really found healing from the charity. Every time that I meet a family, I meet the children, something changes within me, something, a light goes within me that really helps me in my own healing, because I think grief can be ongoing. There's so many parts to it, and I still grieve, but in different ways. So yeah, that's part of my personal story when it comes to cancer. Make sure that you check out the video description. I've put a link so you can go to the charity website and see what we're doing. Healthy eating is definitely a way that you can help reduce cancer risk, especially when you have foods that have antioxidants. So here I'm holding some greens. This is silver beet, but any green vegetables are great. So your spinach, if you're in Zimbabwe, your muriwo, it can be kale, all sorts of greens, broccoli, green beans, anything green is great. Green vegetables, amongst other things, have antioxidants. And why are antioxidants so good for reducing cancer risk? Because antioxidants fight free radicals in our body. So we absorb free radicals when we breathe, when we move around. So it might be from cigarette smoke, pollution in the air. It could also be from things like processed foods, things that we have that are unhealthy. And what antioxidants do is that they attack or reduce the harmful effect of free radicals in our body, making our body healthier. So besides greens, other things that have antioxidants are, for example, watermelon, papaya, berries. I love berries, so any sorts of berries. Like blueberries are my favorite because I always have a blueberry smoothie, mostly in the morning. And I always go on and on about this blueberry smoothie of mine. You can check this video out if you want to see how to make it. But those are the types of foods that have antioxidants. So while we're on the topic of free radicals, highly processed foods can cause your body to produce free radicals. So highly processed foods are things like processed meats, for example, bacon, things in packets, cartons like biscuits, sweets, chocolates, things in cans, all the things that we sometimes love to have. It really is about, though, having these things in moderation and ensuring that in terms of what you're eating, 80% plus is healthy, and then you can have that little percentage that is unhealthy, because sometimes it's just not realistic to completely cut out those unhealthy things. So whole grain fibers have been shown through research to reduce cancer risk, for example, for bowel cancer. So examples of foods that are whole grain are things like sweet potatoes, pumpkin, if you're in Zimbabwe, sadzares rio, also brown rice. Not only are whole grain fibers good for reducing cancer risk, they're also great for your digestive system and also good for keeping you fuller for longer, so helping with weight loss or maintaining a healthy weight. Obesity has been linked to an increased risk of cancer, so it's important to look after your weight. Hey, let's make this a commitment thing. Subscribe to my channel and keep following for more updates. I'd also love to know what kind of videos you'd like to see. So drop a comment below or send me a message on any of my platforms. The links are in the video description below. Exercise or physical activity has been shown to lower your cancer risk, for example, by the Cancer Council Australia. So fear not, even if you can't get to a gym or can't do any home workouts, you can do something just as simple as walking. Doing resistance-based exercises like I'm doing here will help to strengthen your bones, help you lose weight or maintain a healthy weight. Remember, I mentioned before that being overweight is a risk for cancer. I also love that these exercises use different muscle groups at the same time. So that helps when you're trying to lose weight. Exercise is a great way to reduce stress and boost your immune system. You definitely do not want to have constant stress in your life, because that can be a risk for cancer as well. Living as stress-free a life as possible is important for reducing cancer risk. Constantly worrying, stressing can lead to anxiety, depression, and weaken your immune system, making your body more prone to conditions such as cancer and other diseases. So if you're someone who has a spiritual life, really lean into that. Use your prayer life. Speak positively to yourself. Think positively, and really focus on getting away from being negative. When you find yourself constantly being negative, try to build that habit of, when I think negatively, let me counteract it with something positive. It can be a hard habit to break, especially if you've grown up in an environment where it's constantly negative or there's negative talk, but it is worth investing in changing that habit. You can do it. So I really hope that you've enjoyed today's quick tips. You can check out the Elizabeth Chanakira Cancer Trust website. It's in the video description below. And you can see the work that my team and I have been doing. Otherwise, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video.